Sing the Queen City. See, Charlotte? Cincinnati says y'all not the only Queen City. I'm over here by the Riverfront Park on the banks of the Ohio River. It's time for a Cincinnati vlog, part 2. Here we go. What's going on, good people? This your boy P9 coming to you from beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio. This is my second visit to Cincinnati. My last visit, which was my first visit, was about 8 months ago, back in October. So I'm back again, and I'm gonna start this thing off over here on Elm Street, right here in front of the historic Cincinnati Music Hall. Now, this building was built in 1878. It was completed in 1878, and it serves as the home of the Cincinnati Ballet, the Symphony Orchestra of Cincinnati, the Opera of Cincinnati, and the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra, and also the May Festival Chorus. So a bunch of talented performers perform in this venue right here in this historic 145-year-old building, Cincinnati Music Hall. So if you're looking to come and enjoy the arts, that would be the place to go. Proper attire is definitely required. And right across the street over here is historic Washington Park. Now, this is located in the Over-the-Rhine neighborhood, aka the OTR. And you know, last time I was in Cincinnati, I was in the OTR, but I didn't get to this part of the area. But this is also part of the OTR neighborhood, and is also connected to the music hall. So it's a beautifully landscaped park. Nice park right here. They got a fountain. People out here chilling, listening to music. I think I hear some Bootsy Collins in the background. Bootsy Collins, the native son of Cincinnati. I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yeah, it's that song. Summertime in the park. 5 o'clock on the dot in the afternoon, and this is a beautiful park, by the way. It's my first time again visiting this park. Interestingly enough, this 6-acre park used to serve as cemetery plots for Presbyterian and Episcopal cemeteries. But then the city acquired the land between 1858 and 1863, and it has since been developed into a public park. They have a parking garage underneath the park as well. As I make my way onto Race Street. Race Street is another major drag through the OTR neighborhood. I'll go out and make my way down this way. And Cincinnati has a lot of those old brick buildings. They're like, a lot of them are kind of like row houses. They look like row houses, but like slim, skinny buildings, like skinny brick buildings in different colors. So I like that piece of art right there. And it's on the side of one of these buildings I just mentioned, and it's called the Golden Muse in partnership with the Taft Museum of Art. But here those buildings as I was telling you about. Those are like the balconies. Those kind of, with those stairs on the side, those iron stairs on the like balconies that are on the side of these buildings, they look like fire escapes almost. Kind of remind you like of like buildings in New York. I don't know if you guys see them right here. But Cincinnati has some of the most unique architecture that I've seen. Uh-oh, there goes the Cincinnati fire truck. paramedics. The paramedics, hopefully, it doesn't look too, I mean, when the paramedics and the fire department show up, it's usually never a good sign, but I hope whoever's affected ends up being okay, you know?
And there was a guy in the
Another fire truck. I'm actually on Vine Street now. But what I really wanted to do, what I planned on doing, is actually catching the streetcar to multiple points throughout the city. So I'm gonna go find a streetcar stop and get on the streetcar. By the way, I read online on the website that the streetcar is actually free. You know, it's free of charge, so I'm gonna definitely take advantage of that. It's called the Cincinnati Connector, but when it was first established in 2016, it was called the Cincinnati Bell Connector. But before I get to a streetcar stop, I'm just gonna basically give you guys a little history of the streetcars in Cincinnati. The first era of streetcars in Cincinnati operated between 1889 and 1951, so about a period of 60 plus years. And it was a major method of transportation throughout the city, and it was a lot of cities like that, like Cincinnati, that operated streetcars. Of course, when the rise of popularity of automobiles and the rise and the spike of usage of automobiles came about, and the interstate highway systems were developed and all of those things, the streetcars became obsolete. And eventually they weren't, you know, nobody was really riding. The ridership declined of the streetcars. Nobody was really riding the streetcars anymore, so they eventually disbanded. You know, the streetcar system was neutralized by the automobile, much like the passenger railroad system, neutralized by the automobile. But there's been a resurgence of the streetcar in 2016, so this is the modern era of streetcars that we're about to see. I'll make my way back over to Washington Park, or over on the side of the music hall, actually, to go to a streetcar stop. But let me go over here. Let me cut through here, actually. Now the streetcar actually runs throughout mostly downtown, of course through the Over-the-Rhine neighborhood. It also runs over to the banks of the Ohio River, so it makes its rounds around the city. So it's basically a streetcar that circulates around the city, so looking forward to that. Not sure what the schedule's like or what the frequency of the streetcar is, but I'm about to soon find out. So I'll check you guys once I actually board the streetcar. See, fare free every day. And look at this map. And let's see, I'm like right over here. Stop 8. So operating hours Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. So I got time to catch the Cincinnati connector. It has arrived. The Cincinnati streetcar has arrived.
Linda, we need to get up at the next one.
Linda, be
We need to get up at the next one to help her out.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Now watch this.
I'm over here on the streetcar.
Stop requested.
As we ride down Elm Street.
Next stop, Liberty and F.
And sometimes when I get on these things, I feel like a little kid that gets on the train for the first time. It's like so much excitement.
Cincinnati Bell Connector is now approaching Liberty and F.
That's it. That's what I want out. Get me out of here. We're going to Republic Street. Get me out of here. I want here. I want here. I want here. I want here.
Some lofts over here. 1 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. You know that, don't you?
We're going this way. I love you. Go that way. We gotta get out. Come this way either way.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna meet you together.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Usually I walk around the course of the city, but you know, I couldn't resist the opportunity to take free transportation. Come on now.
Stop requested. On Elm Street.
We're at Finley Market.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
As you can see out there,
Stop
there's
requested.
Finley Market over there. I spent some time over there last time I visited
Next stop,
Cincinnati.
The Brewery District.
This is the Brewery District. So I think the name speaks for itself because there's a lot of breweries in this area. So if you're trying to get some brew, Just go a little south of Findlay Market and you'll be good to go.
Cincinnati Bell Connector is now approaching the Brewery District. Doors closing. Please stand clear. Stop, Findlay Market on Ridge Street.
Also, Findlay Market has 2 stops. There's not that many people on here right now. I would think there would be more people. I mean, there were a few people earlier, but it's plenty of seating on here. I mean, it's practically empty. You know, given the fact that it's free, I would have thought more people would have been on here, but you know, it's all good. I'm taking advantage of it, giving these legs a little break for a minute.
Please stand clear.
We stopped at the Findlay Market Race Street station, and now there's quite a few people that boarded the train. At the corner of Elder, Race and Elder Street.
And race.
Next stop, Liberty and Race.
Yeah, so that's what we're or something. One of those party reps or whoever can just pull out their phone and open an app, and I'm just gonna link or whatever and just have it right there handy, but it's not there now. And like I'm asking questions like the different
Cincinnati Bell Connector is now approaching Liberty and Race.
I see quite a few people getting on here with their Cincinnati Reds merch on, you know, jerseys, hats. So I wonder if there's a game today. That would be pretty cool to go along the Ohio riverbank and see the atmosphere of the Reds fans. That would be pretty cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here, and I'll get some more footage once I get to the next stop. My next destination, that is. Well, I'm off the streetcar, and I went on ahead and got off at the Cincinnati Public Library, which is this building right here. And we're gonna do some walking downtown. So here I am. these paramedics been working overtime today. This is like the umpteenth like fire siren, fire truck or paramedic or emergency vehicle that I've seen since I've been here. I've only been here maybe less than an hour. But in all seriousness, I hope it's not a really severe situation, but it seems like it because, I mean, I don't know, I've seen that was like the at least third or fourth emergency vehicle that I've seen within the past 45 minutes to an hour. But I'm walking down Walnut Street, just past the corner of Walnut and 8th Street. The connector was pretty fun. It was a pretty cool experience. I mean, you know, it was cool. That was my first time ever catching a streetcar. I mean, not too much of a difference from the light rail, which I caught while I was in Charlotte about a couple of weeks ago. There goes the city buses right there. That's the Go Metro bus. Over here at 7th Street. Goes the red bikes of Cincinnati. Here's the Aronoff Center. This is the Performing Arts Center of downtown Cincinnati. Again, it's the Aronoff Center. And just like most performing arts venues, you can come here and see ballet. You can see concerts. They have musicals and also comedy shows. It's a nice little setup over here. See, I didn't come down Walnut Street. I didn't really get much of downtown last time I was in Cincinnati. I spent most of that video in the OTR neighborhood. And I didn't really get much of any footage on the Ohio Riverfront, but that's gonna change today. Uh-oh. Speaking of the Aeronaut Center, they're gonna have stage show from Bluey. You know, the kids love Bluey. That's yeah, it's even some adults that like Bluey. That show is pretty major. Well, check that out, man. It looks like a robot. That sculpture is pretty dope. What's going on, man? We're at the corner of Walnut and 6th Street. I might even take another trip while I'm on the riverfront. I might go back. I know I did it in the last video, but I might go back and check out that Cincinnati black music walk of fame or something like that. If you saw my last Cincinnati video, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, when I came out here, it was brand spanking new. Still over here on Walnut Street. How tall that building is. This is the 5th Third Center. So it's the headquarters for the 5th Third Bank. As you can see here. This is the 5th tallest building in Cincinnati. It's at 30 floors. I just looked that up, by the way. And this right here is the Potter Stewart U.S. Courthouse, so a federal building right here on Walnut Street. side of the Potter Stewart Courthouse. This is part of downtown called Government Square because of the government buildings that surround this area. We're actually not far from we're actually in the Fountain Square area as well. Fountain Square Park is not too far from here. But this is Government Square. It's also a bus stop. So different bus routes converge over in this area. As you can see, this sculpture right here. Another federal building right over there. And this is Main Street. Six o'clock on the dot, and the sun is still nice and bright. I definitely enjoy that extra daylight. That's why I love doing these vlogs in the summertime. I mean, I'll do them I love doing them any time of the year, but summertime is my favorite time of the year to do these vlogs because you have extra daylight savings time. When otherwise it'll be pitch dark outside at 6 o'clock in any other season, like during the fall, winter seasons and stuff like that. So this is the Cincinnati Gas and Electric Company building right here. It also houses Duke Energy, which is the utility company that provides electrical and gas services within the Cincinnati area. And it's on 4th Street. So there's also some buildings further down this way. Well, making my way towards the Banks area of Cincinnati. Again, it's called the Banks because it's getting closer to the banks of the Ohio rivers. This is the district around where there's a lot of attractions, one of them being the Great American Ballpark for the Cincinnati Reds. And you can see what we're about to see in a moment. We're about to see a sea of red. This sea of red right here are the fans and supporters of the Cincinnati Reds. And that's the Great American Tower right there. So that's the headquarters of the Great American Corporation. And that is what the ballpark for the Cincinnati Reds is named after. As you can see, you have a nice view of the city from over here. But let's just check this out real quick. Got the baseballs right here. This is actually the first time I did a vlog at a stadium where it was a live event going on at the same time. There goes the ticket booth right there for the Cincinnati Reds. And here's a statue right here of first baseman Ted Kluszewski, who played from 1947 to 1957. This is the entrance for the stadium right here. So the security gates and the ticket area where they check the tickets. But this complex around this stadium, all this development is really nice. Again, we're only a couple of blocks away from the Ohio Riverfront. And Cincinnati Reds, Major League Baseball franchise was established in 1869. So it's an extremely old franchise. It's probably one of the oldest franchises still running to this day. And of course you have the team store for the Reds. Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. Over here. Out here performing. Baseball's greatest catcher ever, Mr. Johnny Bench, part of that big red machine of the Cincinnati Reds back in the day. Also, after his run with the Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr. played for the Cincinnati Reds. And I believe his father, Ken Griffey Sr., played for the franchise as well. So the big red machine that I mentioned not too long ago, they were the Cincinnati Reds team that pretty much dominated the National League for a span of 10 years between 1970 and 1979. So that was perhaps one of the best baseball teams in the history of Major League Baseball. They won 6 NL West division titles, 4 NL League pennants, and 2 World Series titles during that span. And they averaged 95 wins a season. I mean, they were dominating. Like I said, this Cincinnati Reds team has a lot of history, and that perhaps had to have been the greatest team that they ever put together on the diamond. So again, the manager at the time was Sparky Anderson, and Johnny Bench, who was one of the greatest catchers of all time. Probably the greatest catcher of all time. Johnny Bench was something serious. And you had Joe Morgan, and Tony Perez, and Ken Griffey Sr. was also part of that team. And Pete Rose was part of that team. Can't forget about Pete Rose, aka Charlie Hustle. George Foster. So that Reds team was a force to be reckoned with back then. See, I missed all of this last time I was in Cincinnati. Right here is the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center. That was established almost 20 years, well, 20 years ago actually, in 2004. So it commemorates, this museum commemorates the abolishment of slavery. So there's a slew of museums that's dedicated to the abolishment of slavery and freedom. Civil rights museums, all of those. Cincinnati is the third largest city in Ohio, behind Cleveland and Columbus. So Columbus is the largest city in Ohio, Cleveland second, and Cincinnati right behind it. I haven't been to the other two C's yet, Cleveland or Columbus, but I plan on it. Just don't have any definitive dates set on when I'm gonna go to those cities. But this is my second visit to Cincinnati. And before I go to my next destination, I gotta check out this right here. This is on Rosa Parks Street, and get a load of that right there. And over here, you have your slew of food trucks. So there's like an event going on over there. closed right now. And there goes a bar right here. It's called the Filson Queen City Bar. Now would you look at this? That felt good. That little bit of water felt pretty good, man. 'Cause it is hot. And you see that bridge right there? That is the John K. Roebling Bridge. This is the John K. Roebling Suspension Bridge. This bridge opened on December 1st, 1866. And at the time, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world, spanning 1,057 feet. And it connects Cincinnati, Ohio with Covington, Kentucky over the Ohio River. I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk this thing. the Ohio River. You see the flow of the river. And there's a view of the city right there. So it is a motorist bridge and it's also a pedestrian bridge. And you can ride your bike on it. That's about as far as I'm gonna go, right there. I'm gonna turn back around. Right there is called the Smell. I still don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Smale or is it Smell? Waterfront Park. I got a few feet, that was enough. So again, that's a strong bridge, but man, there's a bit of anxiety when you're actually walking on a bridge that's that high up off the ground, over suspended over a river, and cars are going by it as you're walking, and you feel the vibration. But I managed to get a few feet, so I'm good. And there's another one of those parks over there with the waterfall or the water fountains, as you can see. gonna make my way down to the Smell Riverfront Park momentarily, but I gotta go one more place before I go there. Oh, they have what's called a South Bank shuttle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it just made a right turn down that street. So it's more like a shuttle bus. The sun kind of went down a little bit, so you can feel that breeze coming. But there's a couple of taverns and pubs over here. That's alongside the banks of the Ohio River. And there's also some apartments as well, as you can see. So not only are they close to downtown, but they're close to the riverfront, along with all of these different amenities and whatnot. So, you know, that's pretty cool, you know. That's pretty cool. So this is Race Street right here, corner of Freedom Way and Race. Further down that way is Race Street. As we approach Paycor Stadium, which is the home of the NFL's Cincinnati Bengals. So the Bengals actually competed in the Super Bowl a few years back. I think they lost to the Rams, if I'm not mistaken, in that Super Bowl. They played in 3 Super Bowls throughout the course of its history, and they lost all 3 of them, unfortunately. But nevertheless, Cincinnati faithful, the fans are going to nevertheless unconditionally love their Cincinnati Bengals, because you know, they've had their ups and downs throughout their history, but they've also had a lot of great moments and success in their history, and they've had, you know, their down years. But this is the stadium. It used to be called Paul Brown Stadium, but now it's the Paycor Stadium. Of course, nothing going on right now because Again, football season's over. It's been over for what, 4 months now. It probably won't be any action over at this stadium until at least August, when preseason starts. There it is. This is where I was last time. Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame. I see a few people going up there now. This time I'm gonna go spend some time on the riverfront. I'm over here at the Riverfront Park. Now you've seen this part of the park in my last video, but I'm about to go more in depth. Check that out right there. Look how those swings are designed right over there. They're like stainless steel. They're like stainless steel pylons at the top. That's pretty cool. They got like a concert or something going on. I hear that music. They somewhere jamming. It's either a concert or it's just somebody playing some music. Might just be somebody just playing some music. This rose garden right here. Yeah. Check this out. See if I could walk these stones without falling into the water. Let me see. pretty easy.
It sounds like rock.
What is this? Never seen anything like this before. It's cool though. Not quite sure what it is though. Is this supposed to be like a... I don't know. I can't even make out what this is. I don't know what that is. Okay. And check that out right there. It's like a flying pig stainless steel sculpture right there.
I'll get up there with it.
Now Cincinnati's waterfront park is pretty well developed. Now between Cincinnati's and Memphis's Riverfront Park, I don't know. I might still have to give the edge to Memphis, even though Cincinnati's is really dope. As you got the steps right there that go up to the bridge, the rolling bridge where I was just at not too long ago. Yeah, check this out. Oh, that feels good. It's like some water, like mist that's coming from the ground. Nice way to cool off. Nice cool little breeze right there coming out the ground. I don't know, they kind of neck and neck. Memphis and Cincinnati's neck and neck with their waterfront designs. It's hard for me to really choose between the two. I'm torn between the two, really. This is a nice sculpture right here. Hold hands and unite. And I believe this is of Marion A. Spencer. Be smart, be polite, vote, and keep on fighting. Led the desegregation of Coney Island. First African-American woman elected to the Cincinnati City Council and fought to desegregate public schools. 1920 to 2019. So she almost lived to be 100 years old, but that's a statue of her, Marion Spencer. So again, first African-American woman elected to the Cincinnati City Council. And it just looks like right here, these are some school children. Looks like a white kid right there with the backwards cap, and the black child with the braids. Just basically showing that regardless of race, you could, you know, hold hands, unite. Nice. That's a beautiful message, and that's very symbolic of the kind of like the unity of races. There's some people that are still racially divided, but for the most part, in this day and age, you know, there's a lot of racial harmony going on. So that's always a good thing to know, that we've come a long way. It looks like a sand trail right there.
That's the water house. Or is that what it is? Or is
Wow, check this out. Look how these patches of grass is cut out. That's pretty dope. It almost looks like a maze. A labyrinth of sorts. But it looks pretty cool regardless. Nice. My one and only. Okay, that's nice. Check this out. The Cincinnati Daily Gazette. There goes Mr. Abraham Lincoln. That's pretty cool. The Black Brigade of Cincinnati. White volunteers enlist to defend Cincinnati. Thousands of local men report to volunteer to help build and defend fortifications in Cincinnati and northern Kentucky. They are joined by 12,000 volunteer militia from all over the state of Ohio. Asking if they can serve, Cincinnati's African American residents are told they are not welcome to participate in home defense. The word on the street, stay away, this is a white man's war. Yep, that's how it was back in the 1800s, 1900s as well, early 1900s. Black men are taken from their homes. The locally organized provost guards decides to forcibly press black men into service by whatever means necessary. Hundreds of Cincinnati's black residents are dragged from their homes and marched off like felons, but to where and for what, none can tell. Families are left to wait and worry. Hundreds of black men await their fate on the banks of the Ohio. Herded into mule pens, the prisoners seat themselves on the shaded side of the yard on blocks of wood and piled up bricks. William Homer, captain of the conscription squads, orders all to rise, marches them to the Ohio River northern banks, and orders them to squat. He tells the guard, shoot the first one who rises. Wow. That is crazy. See, again, there was there was a history of torture of black people in pretty much in every major city and small town that were populated by a large amount of black people, as you can see. It's a dark history, but you know, again, history must be told. So it's basically told right here on this wall right here. Some nice flower bed right here. Nice little floral arrangement. Had to get a little bit of that water on my legs. Feel a bit of cool breeze on my legs. That felt good. Had to cool off a little bit. A bunch of nice flowers and gardens in this park. Very well landscaped. This Smell Riverfront Park over here on the banks of the Ohio River. These sculptures right here are nice as well. This is the right field entrance of the Great American Ballpark. And as you can see right here, is some artwork, courtesy of the Artworks Here Foundation, right here in Cincinnati. It's just some artwork that shows a lot of the landmarks that are right here in the Queen City. This is, there goes the bridge right there. There goes the Reds ballpark right there. Some more over here. That's the mascot right there, the Reds mascot. This is something that I forgot to get earlier. This is the 1869 Red Stockings Pavilion. And these gentlemen right here all played for the 1869 Cincinnati Red Stockings team. Now, they were known as the Red Stockings before they were known as the Reds. So I guess they shortened it from the Red Stockings to the Reds. But this group of guys right here were undefeated in 1869. They were 57-0. The club secretary was John Joyce. And these are a number of quotes from the players on the team. One was, "God Almighty could not make 9 men who could beat the Cincinnati 9." And again, that was club secretary John Joyce. Their club song was, "We are a band of baseball players from Cincinnati City. We tell you all about baseball and make the welkin ring. Hurrah, hurrah for the noble game, hurrah." First baseball team to play coast to coast. I'd rather be president of Cincinnati Baseball Club than president of the United States. I hear that. Club president Aaron Champion. And Vini Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Team captain and center fielder Harry Wright. The team that made baseball famous. I could believe it. I believe it. And yes, and you have this little seating area right here. So in 2019, the Cincinnati Reds celebrated its 150th anniversary. Oh, look at this. Live music right here. Rocking the Roebling. Of the Ohio.
I looked down, she's looking away. I'm like, whoops. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make yourselves at home. Make yourself comfortable on this beautiful night. We got the reds right there. We got beautiful weather. We got y'all here. We got great music and cold drinks.
You said that right. She said that right. Beautiful weather. Absolutely. I gotta find out the name of that band. They over there rocking the park. It's just everybody chilling over there watching the band get down. Well, that wraps things up over here in the Riverfront area on the banks. Had a good time getting footage over in this area as well as the Riverfront Park. It's a beautiful vibe today, beautiful weather, and it's always good to catch the essence of the city. And I feel like I've accomplished that today. There's a little bit more footage I want to get before I conclude this vlog. So stay tuned. Back on Vine Street and back over here at Fountain Square for the second time. And check this out. This city was nowhere near this lit last time I came to Charlotte, but that was doing large part, or excuse me, Cincinnati. But that's because it's doing large part because it was the fall when I came here last time, and now it's the winter time, or now it's the, excuse me, I'm sorry. It was the fall last time I came, and now it's the summertime. I can't even talk, I can't even think straight right now. So the fall came here last time, and now it's the summer, so it's a lot more events going on now.
Okay, so we're gonna get their tacos, we're gonna get some drinks and other things, but in the meantime, we're gonna keep the dancing going. So now it's time for our first very free.
Now they have something going on right here at the 5th Third Center stage.
Go ahead and come on down towards this stage. You want to fill in the space up here up front and leave some room for the people in the back.
I don't know what's going on.
Come on down. We've got some awesome instructors who are going to be here for you.
I'm just over here spontaneously joining the crowd.
You've never just saw us on the square before. Let me tell you how we
Yeah.
work, okay? So what we do is every week we have the same structure, but we bring in a different band and a different dance instructor every week. So even though we'll have dance every week, we'll have music every week, it'll be a little bit of a different flavor every time you come, okay? So the dance instructors we have today, they're called Salsitis. That's Lily and Salsitis. Yep, we've got some because we know who they are. They're super fun. They're gonna give you a little bit of a Cuban flavor as they dance.
Okay, so it's a Cuban.
Go ahead and come on forward.
Okay, Cuban
we
music.
can talk to you. We can meet you while we're
Latin
working out
music.
some other stuff. So this is Lily and her crew. Beautiful. So everybody say hello to Lily. Hello. Lily, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
And go ahead and introduce these lovely ladies next to you.
Okay, I am with Julia
Julia, everybody say hello to Julia.
and Maria.
And Maria, everybody say hello to Maria.
Okay,
Okay.
You're all set? Everything's set to go ahead and get started?
Julia Marie.
All right, we're good. I'll check on you in a little bit. Have a great class.
It's working. This is working? Yeah.
What are you about to do? Some salsa dances? I need to find out who these people are, you know? I already wanted to know the name of the rock band that I saw earlier over there by the Red Stadium. So a lot of people hanging out, eating, chilling over here by the fountain. You guys remember this fountain right here, the sculptures and everything. I'm ready to dance. Oh yeah, they about to do salsa.
Let's start with a warm-up. Right away with the music. And we're going to start slowly with basic steps. I'm going to show you real quick the basic steps and see how we go. Okay? Basic number 1, forward and back. We are going to start with a left foot forward. 1, 2, 3, and right back. 5, 6, 7. And again. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. I'm going to turn around so you can see 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Still see. Okay, second step, side to side. We are going to start again.
I like how they're doing the step-by-step instructions for the salsa dancing.
In place and together.
Salsa lessons look pretty fun.
In place together. This will be 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Third step. Let's go with the left, back, and diagonal. 1, 2, 3 to the other diagonal. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Are they getting it?
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Basic forward. 7 and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're good? Let's do another step.
Look like the crowd's getting it.
3, forward, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
As I'm filming this right now, you guys, I'm actually trying to do these salsa steps,
We're good?
and I'm failing miserably. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's try it. A right turn. Basic. 2, 3.
I'm getting it a little
5,
bit though.
6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3. By 3, you have to be facing it. We're good? When we go forward, 1, 2, 3, basic. 5, 6, 7. Now, 1.
I'm gonna timestamp this one. Salsa dancing in Fountain Square Park.
7. One more time. Basic. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Turn. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Finish. One more basic. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Turn. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7.
Now that's cool, man. I'm glad I came back to Fountain Square Park, because I did on my previous vlog come to Fountain Square Park, but I'm glad I came back. It was nothing going on last time I came back, or last time I came out here. This feels good now. It's cooled down. You can feel that breeze. That summer breeze that makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmines in my mind. Seals and Croft, the original artist of that song. But there was a rendition that I remember by the Isley Brothers, who are by the way from Cincinnati. They're Cincinnati natives. How ironic. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and draw this vlog to a close. I had a lot of fun in Cincinnati for the second visit. This won't be my last visit to Cincinnati. Maybe next time I come, I'm gonna bring my lady friend. Maybe I bring the family, and we just come out here and chill and enjoy the vibe of the city. They'll love this city. They'll love Cincinnati for sure. My first 2 visits here, I really had the time of my life. Really got to get the vibe of the city. The second time around was even better because I got more of the vibe of the city than I did the first time around. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. And you guys have a great evening, great day, wherever you are around the world. Be safe. And I'm out. Peace.